Привет, comrades, Steve here, and I mentioned a little bit about my demotion at work, and I wanted to get more into that. Yeah, you can see my hair is back to the spike it used to have. But anyway, my demotion, I'm starting to realize why it was. But he claimed it was because I didn't do good enough recovery, which is, cleaning the store up. And those of you who know me, I always work my ass off in that store. But there is sometimes I miss some things, and that happens. But the past few weeks, especially the dates that he mentioned I was bad in, I've actually been able to finish recovery and have extra time, so I decided to sweep and mop, which is not required at all for us, and then even go back and do extra recovery, in case a customer moves something, I'll recheck everywhere and try, fix it up again, which again is not required for us. So I've been doing way more than usual, and I've been really proud of that. I've been going home feeling really good about that. Well, he said my recovery is bad. So, it's like shaking. Whatever. So yeah, he claims that's the reason I was fired. And I know for sure that wasn't the reason. So it brings to the question of what is the reason. And my current theory is that it was because of my coworker. Now, her job is that she comes in the morning and she reports how night crew did. That's not even her job, that's just what she loves to do. And when I do the morning, I don't report what night crew did. I may say, man, they were a mess, to myself, and then I'll fix it. I don't report about it or anything. But she loves doing that, apparently, which is great. So she had to have been the one to tell him that it was a mistake, that, I had failed in recovery because she was the only one who comes in the morning. So, it was her that told him, because he wouldn't know. Checking cameras doesn't tell you how clean the store is, it just tells you if someone's walking around cleaning the store. And if he looks at that, there was a big period of time where I wasn't cleaning the store because it didn't need to be cleaned because I was finished. So it would look like I was standing around, I suppose. But anyway, I know it had to be her. And I'm trying to figure out why she doesn't like me. I know she doesn't very much like me, but I can only really piece it down to certain moments. She is insanely racist. First I thought maybe it wasn't on purpose. She was just using the wrong language, because she wouldn't say, nigger. She'd say colored, which is another insult, of course, but I guess not as bad. I'm not sure. But so I thought maybe she just was using the wrong terms somehow. I mean, it is the South. Maybe she just didn't know the terms. Well, then she starts doing things where not only is she insulting African Americans, she's also insulting Mexicans, saying, oh wow, the Mexican has money, but it's stolen, and things like that. And it's like, she says it loudly where the customer can clearly hear her. They're always like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm trying to check someone out here, and you're talking over my shoulder, saying some really racist remarks. Which I still find funny that I'm the one that keeps being reported for racism by the customers. So maybe she is too. Maybe they're just assuming we're working together on that. Maybe she thinks that I'm racist too, and so she's saying things expecting me to agree with her. I don't know. Because I don't say no, I'm just like, give her a look like, what the fuck are you doing? And I've had times where I even say, like, customer's right there. So I guess I don't tell her she's wrong in her racism, so she may think I am as well. I'm just more shocked that she does it, That's just like a what moment. I've never really encountered blatant racism like that. It just seems insane. But she was my boss, so I was like, whatever, you're insane. But I did report her to the main boss many times for her racist remarks, saying, I don't feel comfortable working with her when she's doing this stuff. And then he's like, well, you're not black. And I'm just like, that doesn't matter. I don't feel comfortable with her making racist remarks about anyone at all, And it's like, yeah, I'm not black. And I don't really have friends who are black, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, it's just not something you do. And the Hispanic one, my boyfriend's Mexican, obviously I have an issue with that one, but I obviously, I have big issues with her doing that stuff, and I've reported it many times, and he's just kind of ignored it. So I'm starting to think that her saying I was bad at recovery is her way of reporting me so that I get fired as retaliation for, me getting on to her for being racist. Because I've even called district on her, saying, this is racist remarks, you can't get away with this. And they said they'll talk to Jacob, which is our main store manager. They'll talk to him. And so she probably got in trouble. And that pissed her off, and she got me in trouble. Which, would make sense. Because my thought is, I didn't do anything bad with recovery, and that's what he's saying I was fired for. And this is the only other thing I could even think of. Well, not fired, demoted. But it's the only other thing I could think of that could be it, is the racist thing. And, I know he had big issues with me being trans. He made it very obvious. But anytime I'd bring up one of my former stores, wouldn't let me even wear Eli on my name tag. They said it had to be Rebecca. Even time I bring up that, he said, those stores are horrible, that's discrimination, you can sue them, and da-da-da. And he seems to be, really in, you're getting your name changed, good job, and da-da-da. And it's like, but then you make a remark about how I'm a burden because you can't meet quota of male and female because I don't fit in either of them. And so it's like, I don't know what his thought is. So I thought maybe at first it was his first, few issues he's gotten on to me about for recovery, when recovery's been good. I assumed it was because of those. Something like that. It was more of a trans thing. But now, I'm not sure. The first two, I don't know. Those happened a while ago, But this last one was my final straw, so I got demoted. And again, it just seems really stupid to me because I know for sure recovery was perfect. There might have been one or two items at the very, very top that I missed. Because everyone misses a little bit, and I'm short. I can't control that. I could bring a ladder or anything else, and I've done that. So there might have been one or two that I missed that, I just didn't happen to see. And, I wouldn't... there's no way for me to know that without having been in the morning and checking on it. But I can guarantee that it was at least 99.999% perfect. So it definitely wasn't about recovery. Which means that they purposely... She knew I had 2 strikes for recovery, because it has to be 3 strikes for the same thing. So she purposely chose recovery because, A, she would know if I was good or not because she was there, in the morning. So she, it would make sense for him to trust her on that. And B, at 3 strikes, I was supposed to get fired at 3 strikes. I got demoted, which is way better, obviously, than being fired. So she's going to probably be pretty mad when I'm coming back. But it also means that she got away with something. Because she chose something that she knew would get me fired, or at least in big trouble, because of my 3rd strike. So I'm pretty positive it was her now that's to blame. And the racism thing's the only one I can guess was the reasoning. There could be millions of reasonings. I don't know. But that seems to be the biggest one there. Though, to be fair, if she's racist, odds are she's also transphobic. People who don't accept one thing typically don't accept many things. So, it could be for that too. I don't even know. She may hate my guts because of all these things. Who knows? She may hate my guts because I am way younger than her, yet had the same position up until like a few weeks ago. So, oh man, I don't gotta say she's old or anything. She's probably about my mom's age. So the fact that we were equal rating, like you were equal ranking with someone who's, actually I think I'm younger than her kid. I can imagine how angry that'd make her or whatever. But maybe that's it. I don't even know. I just know it's her fault. And I don't even know what I'm going to do today in work. Because I have to go in a few minutes. And I'm not sure if I will be working my ass off to prove myself that she was the wrong one. Or if I'm just going to be petty and not do any work. Because what are they going to do? I guess I could get fired, but I still get 3 warnings. I don't know. I've had a hell of a day, a hell of a week, hell of a month. And now apparently a new enemy, so yay to that, I assumed after her last remark it was over, because I haven't heard from her in a while since then, but it's only been about a week. It probably hasn't been a while. But, well, there you go. Sounds like I was fired for a racist coworker. Not fired, demoted. I have to remember that, because there is a difference. Not much, but there is a difference. So, yay. I gotta get some coffee. CFCom, signing off. Bye.